How's the battle going?
The Garmonia army is advancing throughout Novoslava. Our troops are resisting wherever they can, but they cannot put up an organized fight.
Are there any ally units close by?
Several members of the 14th Platoon are engaged in battle in your vicinity, transmitting coordinates to your device. Please try to proceed without wasting further equipment. You should avoid combat wherever possible. You may have received top marks during target practice, but there is nothing you can do if your ammunition runs out.
I'd rather not think about target practice right now.
Located nearby shelter, transmitting coordinates to your device.
Those things are still around, huh?
They were constructed as refuge for civilians if ever a state of emergency was declared.
But not soldiers, is that it?
Upon finding survivors, I will transmit their coordinates to you. Go to their aid whenever possible.
I'll do what I can.
Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Mikhail, Garmonian soldiers are killing civilians in this area. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Damn it. Why are they doing this?
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. Body armor damage. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. Close quarters weapon damage worsening. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Be alert. Someone is approaching you from behind.
Apologies, mon ami. I wasn't trying to sneak up on you. The name's Patrick Lemaire. I'm a freelance reporter. You are kidding, right? I am reporting, obviously. I got a tip that war was brewing in Nova Slava, so I came to the city a while back to check it out.
You're telling me you knew this would happen?
Well, I knew something would happen. We have our sources, you know. I take it you believe me, then. See, I just want to ask you a few questions. I've been watching you for a while now. You're a born survivor. You don't take any risks you don't have to, shaking danger like it's second nature. Everybody ought to put their own life first, ahead of anyone else's, even soldiers. Didn't you know? The Rossinian army decided to retreat from Nova Slava.
What do you mean, retreat? The battle just barely started.
Still, the truth is your friends keep pulling back Fezel and Fezel. The only ones left in the city are survivors like you, and the Garmonians hunting them down.
Are you telling me they aren't sending reinforcements?
Well, they still might, eventually. If the rest of the world gets its ass in gear and decides on a plan of action.
They sent us here to die.
Well, now for the good news. I had a guaranteed way to get you out of this mess. But there's something I need you to do for me.
And what's that exactly?
First, I want to put you to the test a bit more. Let's meet up again later. After all, you were heading somewhere when I stopped you. Perhaps it's best you hurry along. Once you're finished with your errand, I'll get in touch again.
The hell is with that guy? I don't like this. Koshka, was he serious about the retreat?
Currently, no official order has been given. However, I cannot determine the situation is not as he says.
Damn it. So if I want help, he's it. Hey, what are you doing here? This area's dangerous. Get out of here. Did you hear me? I said get out of here. Head for the shelter, okay?
Don't talk down to me. It's your fault this happened. All of you.
You're right. We weren't able to protect this city. But you can still get out of here. If you don't, you'll die. Just like all the others.
Give me one reason why I should listen to anything a loser like you has to say. I'm going to kill every last one of them. Since you can't seem to do it, I will.
You know that's never gonna happen. Calm down for a second and get your head on straight.
Calm down? Calm down, he says. Everything's screwed 6 ways from Sunday, and that's putting it lightly.
I know we just met, so I don't blame you if you don't believe me. But I'm not dying here. And as long as I'm alive, there's gotta be something I can do to fix this. There's gotta be something I can do to help you. Everything I've done will have been for nothing if you die. Please, believe me. If you won't live for yourself, at least live for me.
What kind of stupid reason is that? But whatever, if it means so much to you, I'll stay alive as long as you do.
Civilian registered as subject of protection. Commencing guidance to shelter. Caution. The enemy... Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Koshka to Mikhail. Location of 14th Platoon confirmed. Several survivors are engaged in combat, but they are outnumbered. The enemy is patrolling the area. Be careful, Mikhail.
Damn it, I'm not gonna make it in time.
Located inactive Wanzer. There are soldiers guarding it. Please be careful. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Hey!
Caution. Body armor damage worsening. Warning. Body armor failure. Please take care when under fire. Damage level insignificant. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. Close quarters weapon damaged.
All right, now.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Enemy spotted!
All right, now.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. 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 Caution. Close quarters weapon damage worsening.
All right, finally!
Be prudent with remaining rounds in. Right shoulder, missile launcher. Be prudent with remaining rounds in.
Hey, you okay?
Are you on our side?
Are you hurt?
My unit's destroyed. I'm the only one who made it out. Damn Carmonians. You don't by chance have any meds or anything on you, do you?
Yeah, I've got something. Use this.
Thanks. I owe you one. Those Carmonians better watch out. It's payback time. Huh. I still got some fight left in me. I'm not gonna let them get away with killing my friends. Hey, mind if I ask you one more favor? I've got a rifle, but no slugs. You don't have any you could spare, do you?
You got a death wish or something? Don't be stupid. I understand that you want to go shoot up the ones that killed your friends, but I'm not gonna help you die. Come on, just go to the shelter. You're not dying yet.
How sweet. Fine. I'll do what you've told me. See you around.
Civilian registered as subject of protection. Commencing guidance to Patrick just sent a rendezvous location. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
All right, finally! This time it was almost too perfect. Was he watching me or something? All right, finally!
Icon damage worsening. Use caution. Subject of protection evacuated to shelter. Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device. Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert. Caution. The enemy is approaching. 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 Caution. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. Close quarters weapon damage. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. Close quarters weapon damage worsening. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Who's there?
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Stop! Please don't shoot! Don't kill me!
Private Alinsky, remember, we first for command.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Hurry up and get me out of here! I don't want to die!
Oh my God, thank you. Thank you so much. You saved my life.
Hey, are you okay?
You saved me.
It's okay. I'm with the Ruthenian army. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Do you know where the shelter is? Go there and fast.
I can't thank you enough. I really thought I was done for.
Subject of protection registered. Lead the way to the shelter.
All right, now.
Subject of protection evacuated to shelter. Subject of protection evacuated to shelter. Civilian subject of protection safely evacuated to shelter. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching. Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Mon ami, you made it here in one piece. Not too shabby. So about that thing I wanted you to do for me. Okay. All I require is that you rescue a certain civilian from inside the city.
What civilian?
The target is Novoslava councilman Vladimir Bunin. That big shot was an official at the Port Nova Authority for several years. But just recently was elected as a councilman. There's a chance that he holds the flame that ignited this war.
What are you talking about?
A couple years ago, the plans for a new Wanza model was stolen from the UCS. Or to be more exact, they found evidence that they'd been illegally copied. You didn't hear about that. Well, I guess a lot of heads would roll if that info had leaked. Anyway, the best guess anyone had for where those copied plans ended up was here, in Novoslava. You need the right resources if you're going to manufacture Wanzas. Having the Port and Arbor Authority under your thumb would be ideal. I'm sure even you know about the group that fought tooth and nail for Novoslava's liberation. He was one of the ones at the top, organizing the whole thing. Leveraging that is what got him elected to the council. Ever since, he's been growing more and more powerful. More powerful than any councilman could ever hope to be. There's plenty of talk that there's a dark underbelly to his triumphs.
What does any of this have to do with the war?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But what if the real reason for this sudden invasion was to bury the truth? I know it sounds crazy, but it's not impossible. That's why I want to speak with Bunin, myself. I have proof Bunin's alive and well. He sent an SOS from the Konakov Council building. But I'm not going to stand here all day talking your ear off. You in? Then we have an arrangement. You keep him alive for me. I'll tell you how to get out of here. Better hurry. You won't live forever.